Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I said hey, welcome back to my channel.
Okay,
The
girl.
theme song is here for the second video, or maybe the third or the fourth, I don't know. Y'all, I'm Jazmyn W. This is my insecure reaction video. I do this video every Sunday night / Monday morning, right after the insecure episodes. We're almost to the end of the season. We're almost to the finale. I think there's one more episode. Oh my goodness, your girl burping in videos now? Oh my God.
Okay.
Anyway, there's one more episode. This was a really good episode. Shout out to Kerry Washington. I saw that she directed this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of ups and downs. I'm mad though that there's one more episode of the whole season and we're just getting to the nitty gritty, which means we're gonna be left with a very huge cliffhanger, not hangover. Cliffhanger. Y'all know how I like to do my videos. I always start off with the things that I noticed, random things that I noticed about the episode that I find interesting, funny, stupid, all of that stuff. And then we will talk about the overarching theme of the episode, and it's one that I choose. It's really kind of a quote from the episode, and it's maybe who you are and who I am now don't really match anymore. Don't quote me, okay? It's something
Girl,
like that.
what?
Okay, you guys get the gist. You watched it. So I'm gonna start with my list of things that I noticed about the episode. First, y'all need to stop doing this. Issa's about to help Nathan move for what? The man ghosted you. You already back trying to connect and rekindle things and spark things off with your boo Lawrence,
And he
who
cute.
I want Issa to be with. And it doesn't look like they're gonna be together because Lawrence is about to move to San Francisco, which is only an hour flight. But anyway, this is like advice that I've always given all of my friends, is that when you have an ex or somebody that you used to talk to and you guys no longer talk, it's over, don't try to be friends with them.
Cut it off.
You cannot be friends with an ex. You cannot be friends with somebody that you used to date. Period. When we broke up, I don't know you no more. How many times do I have to tell y'all that? I tell y'all that on one video a month. Stop trying to be friends with your ex. It's difficult to move on to the next thing when you helping your ex do stuff. You know what I mean? The circumstances around this is why I disagree. Issa asked Lawrence, what is this? And he said, what do you want it to be? That means I'm down to like try again and be with you, okay? He already confirmed that he was not talking to Condoleezza.
Girl.
So that means I'm open. I understand that maybe you don't know where things went with Nathan. Like there was no closure there. But closure is overrated, y'all.
It is.
Move on and keep it moving, okay? I don't know how long I'm gonna have to tell y'all that. I do not know. Apparently, Condola and Lawrence are done. He confirmed that in this episode, so I'm going to trust that he broke it off with her. But I don't know why a little piece of me was like, he lying. I don't know why, like, a little piece of me was like, we didn't see that. But I'm going to trust that Lawrence actually broke it off with Condola, so that's fine. You know one thing that I noticed?
What, girl?
And it's like a continuing sort of thing with Andrew and Molly. He never speaks his native language around her. She don't know your native language? My apologies, I don't know where Andrew's from. I don't know what language he's speaking. It almost makes me feel like as an Asian male, it's uncomfortable for him to speak his native language around his black girlfriend, but you have to get comfortable with that. You know what I mean? If you think about being with somebody long term, you have to get comfortable speaking English and your native language around your partner. If you're in an interracial relationship, you know, it shouldn't be something that you only do in private. And
right.
If I was Molly, I would encourage him to speak to his family in whatever language around me. And I would trust my boyfriend enough not to allow his family to say anything rude and not to say anything rude himself. And if his family did say something rude in their native language, to check them in English or in whatever, you know, check them. But he's always like has to go, or he's like does it very quietly. And I think that they do that on purpose because there is some discomfort there between, I guess, his family and Molly. So I just think that that's strange. And, you know, I would say if you're going to be in an interracial relationship, you need to get comfortable with that person speaking any language, you know, their native language and English around you and stuff like that, you know, because it's going to be an ongoing thing throughout their relationship. So Molly told Andrew when he brought up the fact that she didn't go to the basketball game again, he's like, my brother was trying to, you know, extend an olive branch to you. I told him you had to work, but whatever. She was like, I didn't tell you to lie. And why would you ask me to do something that makes me uncomfortable? How is being around Andrew's brother making you uncomfortable?
She extra.
He's not a terrorist or a rapist. He said something that you didn't agree with. And as adults, we are not going to agree on everything, but we have to find some common ground. And him inviting them to the basketball game, I do think that was maybe an olive branch. I think it's more of an olive branch when you actually invite somebody out to a place where you can actually talk to them, or maybe call Molly directly and say, hey, I'd love, that made you really upset.
Yes, right.
I'd love to talk to you more about, your experience as a Black woman. That to me is a real olive branch, but maybe his brother is not going to overstep his boundaries. Maybe he feels like if they go out and have a good time, maybe that's something they can talk about after. You don't know somebody's intentions. So for her saying, being around your brother makes me uncomfortable, I thought that was dumb, because it's like being around his brother can't make you uncomfortable because he said something that you don't like. It wasn't even prejudice. It was questioning your experience as a Black woman, which I get is very frustrating. But does that make me uncomfortable? I don't understand why she said that. One of my friends actually messaged me and they said that they want Issa to be with Nathan.
No, ma'am.
Number one, the thing about Nathan and his character, I'm from Texas, okay? The one thing that bothers me about Nathan is, like, I know he's from Houston, but every dude from Houston does not sound like Slim Thug. Why does he sound like that?
Okay.
Why does he sound like Paul Wall? All Black guys from Texas. My husband from Texas. He don't sound like that. Why does he sound like that? And the last thing I will say is Issa's assistant said that she's on a high gluten diet. She's trying to get thick for the weekend. Who says that and who does that? Who's trying to get thick for the weekend?
Nobody.
Ain't nobody trying to get thick, be bloated for the weekend. Who wants to stack up on carbs so that they can have a big stomach and look pregnant over the weekend?
Right.
Let's not act like that's a thing. Let's not pretend this is a thing, guys. It isn't. So let's get to the main focus of this episode. It's the relationship between Issa and Molly. Issa invited Molly out for brunch and never said
nothing.
Apologize. Never brought it up, which I think was a mistake. You can't just move on from something like that. You tried to fight me, sis.
Okay.
You can't move on from this. We have to talk about it, In regards to the relationship, Molly's therapist said something really good too. She said, does the relationship still serve you?
Wow.
I think that's a magnificent question. And how do relationships serve you? You know what I mean? I feel like right now, Issa and Molly should not be friends anymore, because Issa is looking for advice whenever she reaches out to Molly, and Molly has not needed to reach out to Issa for anything that I can think of. Maybe advice, but this relationship is about companionship. And how does that relationship serve you?
It don't.
Like, we never really saw Molly uplift Issa, help her with the block party that she had. We never really saw Issa help Molly with anything. To me, when I think about a relationship serving me, it's like, how is this person useful in my life? Whether they make me feel good after I leave them, they're emotionally comforting, or they're spiritually on the same level as me, or I always get great advice from this friend, or I always leave this friend's house and I feel super motivated, or my friend makes me think about things in a different way or something like that. And I never really got that Issa and Molly did that for each other. So I don't think that this relationship serves either of them. But I think that's even a bigger question for like people like us watching the show. I think that's such a great thing to analyze when we're thinking about whether we're going to be friends with people. It's like, how does this relationship serve me? If every time we walk away from our interaction, I'm feeling like, ugh, I'm rolling my eyes, that relationship no longer serves me. Period. Like, why would I continue to hang out with you? I'm not going to do it. And if every time I hang out with you, you take in something I say out of context or something like that, I'm not going to hang out with you. And if every time I come from hanging out with you, I done got dumber after we done hung out, I ain't learned nothing, I ain't thought about nothing, I'm not hanging out with you then either.
Okay.
That is like the main takeaway from this episode. It doesn't look like the relationship is serving them anymore. So I would say that they probably shouldn't be friends. That accidental text message though, whew. I know we have all sent an accidental text message in our lifetime.
I know I have.
It's very
hilarious.
It's very embarrassing, and it's funny when you look back on it. It just sucks. Yeah, I guess Issa and Molly's relationship, they have to figure it out, you know? The last thing I'll say for this episode, because I felt like it was very short, but the last thing I'll say for this episode, I feel like who you are now and who I am now, we're different, and we're past being friends. And Issa said, okay. And then Molly said, okay, what did you want me to do? Argue with you to be your friend? I wouldn't beg to be with a man, girl.
Okay.
I would not beg to be with a man. Why would I beg to be your friend? You said where you are and where I am, they don't match. Maybe they don't match. She said, okay, like, are you willing to give up on this like that? But I'm not gonna beg to be your friend. I'm not gonna beg to be your friend. I'm sorry, boo. I'm not gonna do it. Even after talking to her therapist, that Molly is still not able to get over things and is still waiting for somebody to come beg her to be friends with her, and Issa's not gonna do it. And I don't blame her. Bloop! Anyway, y'all, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm really, really excited to see what's gonna happen next episode. My predictions are Lawrence is gonna move to San Francisco. Him and Issa are gonna decide not to be together.
Wow.
Issa and Molly are going to find some way to make up, and we're gonna end the season with Issa and Nathan being together, unfortunately. And I think Molly and Andrew might break up. That's my prediction. I don't see them being together long term because I don't think they have a really deep connection, even though we've seen them grow. Also, where Amanda Seales at in her postpartum depression?
Where?
Issa called Kelly this episode. She didn't pick up. Where are these people? Okay, I want some more development, Issa, with these characters. I really wanted the spotlight to be on Amanda Seales one episode. You know what I mean? I wish each character would kind of have their own episode so that we can get to know Amanda. I know that ain't her character name, but it's fine. Amanda Seales and Kelly a little bit more because I want to know what's going on with the baby situation. So anyway, yeah, y'all, if you like my video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel.
Go ahead.
I also have a podcast called Colored Couch Conversations where I sit down and talk to a woman of color every week, and we discuss everything from women who inspire us. We have great conversation, and we give advice at the end of the episode in the Keep It Real corner. I guess I will see y'all on Thursday with another video of some kind. I don't know what it's gonna be. It might be an update video. It might be another video about me ranting about anything, girl. So yeah, I guess we'll see then. I will see y'all later. Bye.